That's a bit weird. Oh, here we are. There we
go. Can you see us?
Let us know if you can see us.
It said we were live, but there was no picture on our screen and no audio. Let us know if you can see us. Is this working? 1 2 1 2.
Testing.
Can you move your drink?
Yes.
Over there somewhere. Ooh.
Let's fill it.
Right, is it working? Let me just scroll down the chat and see if before we start. Yes, okay. Fabulous. Cool. Welcome everyone to our regular Sunday little hangout where we come on and let you know what's going on in our little world. You may have seen what's going on in our little world from the title. Well, we'll get onto that in 1 second.
We'll let you know the details in a minute.
Yeah. So yeah, welcome. If you're a regular, welcome back. Lovely to see you. I can see a bunch of people in the chat. Wow, 237 viewers already. Probably coming in because of the title.
So yeah, is this clickbait? Well,
it's not clickbait. Well, it's not as bad as it sounds, but
it's not so terrible.
Yeah, so anyway, welcome. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. We are Nick and
Andrea. Forgot for a minute.
You're like, squirrels. What's that? Squirrels. Have you sold something?
I blame Tom. He just sent a message.
Is that Tom?
Yeah.
Tom, why aren't you watching live?
Yeah, and hand cream on, so sorry about that.
You're doing your makeup?
No, I've been hand cream because my hands are so sore.
We are online resellers. That's what we do to earn our living, and our YouTube channel is all about that. I'm getting glare from this light on my glasses. Yeah, and every Sunday we come on and hang out with you guys. There is a live side chat. If you're logged in on a YouTube channel, you can pop in and say hello. Now, everybody's asking about what the title is referring to. So, we have had a ban issued on us.
We're banned for 3 days. We're not allowed to list anything on eBay for 3 days.
Yeah, it's only a 3-day ban. Not as dramatic as it might sound, but it's ridiculous. Shall I explain why?
Well, Nick was a naughty boy.
I wasn't a naughty boy. I listed a little handheld electric meat slicer carver. You know, they were big in the 80s, you know, Christmas dinner, cut your turkey. There was one of those in the big van load of stock we had that we picked up in December. Didn't think much of it, looked it up, found that a bunch had been selling for around £20, found one that had sold, which was pretty much identical, clicked sell similar, filled it in, added some pictures, bish bash bosh. Next day, I think it was, message from eBay, we've taken that listing down because you are trying to sell a restricted item. You can't sell carving knives on eBay. You can't
sell knives.
You can't sell knives, and I know this. They gave us a list of what knives you can't sell. This wasn't one of them. This was an electric little thing that you plug in and go through your turkey, right? What I figured was I had actually written Moulinex electric carving knife. So I thought, okay, the bots have found it. Fair play. They think I'm selling a carving knife, you know, as in a steel blade, potentially stab someone with it. Yeah. So I thought, fine, that's the issue. I will take carving knife as a keyword out, relist it as electric meat slicer.
Electric meat slicer.
Right? Which I did. It sold within 24 hours, packaged up, sent off. 2 days later, we get a ban from eBay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you pronounce the name, but Jarek TGR says, your fault then. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, definitely. Take full responsibility.
But I don't think it's a restricted item. But anyway, that's what's happened. And we have a 3-day listing ban. We can still sell stuff.
Yeah, and luckily we're still getting sales.
We've actually had a fantastic few days. Ironically, we had a crappy day on eBay. We got this ban. We had 3 annoying return issues, which we'll go into as well because they're quite amusing. And then this ban come in. But at the same time, we had some cracking sales on eBay and had some really good numbers. So, you know, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. Well, Maddie said, did you contact eBay? No, because it came in like, it was yesterday. So I couldn't really phone eBay. I saw it last night and I thought, oh, okay. But we do need to do our tax return next week. So, you know, we're not going to be listing anyway. So it's not a biggie.
Yeah, we'd already
End of the
penciled
day.
in.
It's only if do we get a ding on our account for that?
Well, we're going to call them anyway because we have some other issue we need to sort out.
Yeah, we do.
And we're going to try and explain to them that I don't think this product is a restricted product.
Well, the annoying thing is there are still loads listed and there are loads of sold. So what makes ours so different? I don't know.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's the category. I don't know.
There's not many, you know, boys in the hood that go around with Moulinex turkey carvers. Honestly, I don't think it's the weapon of choice.
About the fact that you know you can't get very far with it.
Yeah,
can't chase someone down the street with it.
I'll come to the end of the wire. Hang on, I'll come and get you. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah, don't worry. It's not the end of the world. It's only a 3-day ban. But if these issues build up on your account, it could potentially build into a problem. So we are going to call them and try and get this resolved, find out if that can be wiped off our account.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Or not. We shall see. And then the other issues we had.
Starley says Texas turkey massacre.
Yeah, I know. It's mad, isn't it?
It's very funny. And then Steve said, is it Luke's fault then? Yeah, it's totally Luke's fault.
I'll blame Luke. Yeah, why not?
Luke.
He can be my scapegoat. I haven't said a few hellos. Let me see. I think Lucy was in first tonight.
Lucy's always in first.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she was, but it's too late. I'll just say a few hellos. Hi, Gary. That's Southwest Sellers.
Oh, that's a good name. Picking, picker, picked.
Picking, picker, picked. Welcome.
And if picking, picker, picked is drunk, is that picking, picker, picked is pickled?
Wow. Say that after a glass of wine.
Exactly.
So yeah, we've got Stu Mandrian, Peter Ray, Karin, welcome. Adrian, Mr. Diggs, Paul Foster. So welcome everyone. Moggy Morg.
That's a cool name as well.
Pocket Money, Chris Newton, Claire Riley. Welcome everybody. So yeah, it's been a annoying couple of days. We had the whole getting our ban from eBay, which, as I explained, isn't as bad as it could be. It's only 3 days and it's only listing we're banned from. We can still sell. But then we had a return open for a £50 item. We've been selling off. I bought up in a clearance sale a load of plumbing fittings. There's shower, mixer taps and bath tap, shower mixers, the whole works. Quite expensive products.
We bought them directly from the shop in the sale, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like seconds or anything like that.
Brand new sealed stuff. Sold loads of them. A buyer bought one, and then he claims that one of the little screw fittings on it is all squashed in on one edge, which I can't guarantee. There's no way of proving it, but I'm pretty sure that's not how it was sent. These things they're expensive fittings, and they would have quality control.
They were manufacturally sealed in it, so we couldn't see what was in it. But like you say, they get quality control before they're sent to the shop. So can't see it. I think that it's most likely they've tried to fit it, they've accidentally damaged it, and they're now trying to get their money back. That's what I think.
It's one of those that we can't prove. It's their word against ours.
But it's just so frustrating.
They've opened a return case as a faulty item, effectively. Yeah. But it really looks like they've just tried to fit this and they've over-tightened it or they've messed it up somehow. And now the little standard screw fit thing is the head of it is all squashed in. So that's a £50 hit, but we're going to try and contest that one with eBay. And then just after that, we get a chap who I sold a CD to, messages us, opens a return saying, now what was the term of the return?
Oh, he said it was an item not described because, there was something wrong or defective with the item.
It's not a genuine product.
It's not a genuine, this isn't a genuine product. That was his words. It's not a genuine product.
So he's basically saying we sold a counterfeit CD in eBay's eyes. Anyway, I messaged him and I said, I can 100% guarantee you this is a genuine CD. What it was a Now album. It was Now 5. And there's been a couple of messages now. It transpires what he wanted was the UK issue of Now 5.
Yeah, so he didn't read the listing. He didn't actually look at the pictures even properly.
In the title, it says US import, by the way. Let me explain. You all know what Now albums are. They've gone from Now 1 in the UK all up to, I think we're on 102 now or something. They started issuing the CDs, by the way, at 8. Now 5 in the UK, if it doesn't exist.
CD, no.
But they started to release them in, I think, in the late 90s in America from number 1 again. And if I pick up the import ones whenever I see them, this sold for £13. So anyway, he says, I wanted the UK issue. And I'm thinking, A, it doesn't exist. B, if it did, you wouldn't get it for £13, mate. But the fact that he's opened a return saying it's not a genuine product, and in eBay's eyes, that means we've sold a counterfeit.
So yeah, so then we messaged him back and said this, explained to him, look, you've made a mistake because this is a genuine US import of their Now 5 issue. And he messaged back and said, yes, I accept that. And I said, okay, well, please, could you close this return then? And then he said, no, I want my money back. So this morning I've said, now I'm not sure, well, if you close a return, can you open a different one? Because maybe that's the issue here. But I asked him to close that return and open another return saying that it's either change of mind or he's made a mistake and he's bought the wrong item, which are 2 different options on returns. I've had nothing from him since, so I very much doubt he's going to do that. So I'm going to have to talk to eBay and see what I can do about it, because I'm not going to accept a return saying that I've sent a counterfeit product. I'm not going to do that. So
yeah, so that was fun as well. I just want to say as well, we're not. These things happen. If you're going to sell many items on eBay, you will come across these things. And we've had many of these, and it doesn't really get to us. But it is worth saying this stuff. It's not all roses doing distance selling online. You will come across these problems. And I think it's only fair that when they do come up, in this case, 3 at a time in one day, it's worth sharing those things. So you know that, it happens to us. It will happen to you as a reseller as well.
Yeah, and it does, and we've had many of them over the years. But weirdly, it does seem to happen in
always
threes.
Happen in threes.
It just came in a load of
because
all at once.
We had the plumbing part, which is a £50 hit, which is annoying. Then there was the £13 CD, and then do you remember the cute little lily pot lane, which wasn't painted? We shipped that out on click and collect.
Yeah.
They never collected.
No, because I asked people on Instagram, actually, because I hadn't come across this before, that it was a return. It looks like it's been opened by the customer and it says click and collect return. So I'm thinking, well, how does that work if it's opened by the customer? So apparently what I didn't know, because I've never experienced this before, is that Argos are able to open returns as if they're the customer and send click and collect items that haven't been collected back to the original seller. So I mean, I suppose that's a good thing in a way, because we get it back, but never come across it before. And I suppose it's Argos's way of getting around paying to return it.
I don't know. That's just an irritation. And I know a lot of people have suffered with this. We've had a few issues with click and collect recently.
As long as it's the seller, not the seller, the buyer that pays for the return. And
it'll be interesting to find out. And that's hopefully we have been having an ongoing conversation with Hannah, who works for eBay, as you know, who we had on the channel back in December. I would really like to do a whole chat with her about the ins and outs of click and collect and the issues that we've had, and I know a lot of you guys have had. So hopefully that will be coming up soon.
Okay.
Let's just see.
Nevermore Antique said eBay can close it and open it back up as a buyer pays for return. So that, so when I speak to them, hopefully that's what they'll do.
Yeah.
Because I'm not, I don't mind taking it back. I don't mind the return. Just don't want to pay for the return because it's not our fault, and secondly have a ding on our account because we've supposedly sent a counterfeit product, which we haven't.
Yeah, that's more my concern really, because all of these things build up, don't they?
Do.
I mean, Zahir has said that. Hi Zahir, by the way. Hopefully the fact that he has admitted it's not in the messages will cover you. Yeah, because he said, oh, what did he say again? I didn't realise that.
He says, yes, I accept that.
Yeah, okay. I think we'll be able to get that one sorted out. But it's just worth sharing when these things happen. They happen to us the same as it happens to you lot.
Yeah.
and it can be frustrating, but at the same time, you just have to.
It just all came in one day.
Deal with it as
like
best you can.
3 annoying things, and then we got banned for 3 days.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is a great day.
Yeah, somebody was saying they got in late. Was it a ban or just a suspension?
It's a 3-day listing.
Yeah, I over dramatized it in the title.
Yes, yeah, so clickbait.
I thought, oh, this will get them in. Yeah, it's only for a 3-day.
It has. It's 427 viewers all waiting for the drama, and I'm really sorry if we've disappointed you.
Yeah, it's more like a suspension, I guess. Yeah, and it's only for listing, so our account is still open.
Yeah, but I still think it's worth talking to them about it, just to see where they stand, because it isn't a knife, as in a stabby knife. And, they allow like cutlery and that kind of thing, so it's yeah.
So we will have a conversation and let you know next week what eBay say about their knife policy and whether we did infringe it or not, and whether we will update you. We will update you, because that'll be an interesting conversation. I also have to have a similar conversation with Amazon. I won't go into detail now, but I sold an electronic gadget, shall we say, pre-Christmas. I think it was £40, 30 or £40. We had a return. It was returned to Amazon, and it was returned as unsaleable. So I had it returned to me at my cost. It's not the item I sold. It's incomplete. It has battery leakage. It's clearly not the same item. Somebody has bought my item, returned their faulty one, because it doesn't even work at all. So I'm going to ring Amazon and see where they go with that. I think they'll sort it out. We've had a similar thing in the past, so that'll be interesting. I might sneakily try and record that phone call, because that's quite interesting. So yeah, we've had our fill this week. So there you go. Let me read some chat.
Over.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a lady's personal electronic device, Gary.
No, not one of those sort of personal devices. No, it was an electronic toy thing. Peter Ray hates when things come in threes. I swear it's really odd. When we get returns, they rarely, if ever, come on their own.
Joan said full moon. That moon was huge. I could see. I saw it this morning. No, actually, no, it wasn't this morning. It was when I went to pick up Ellen from dance earlier.
Wow.
It was absolutely massive. It was like Bruce Almighty size moon.
Jackie is doing incredibly well. Jackie B there says, never had a return in 12 years. That is impressive.
Please don't say you've jinxed that now.
Yeah, now you've said that, Jackie. That is impressive. Not even a change of mind or a bought in error. Wow. 100% feedback all the way, she says. Yeah, we're back on 100%, which is nice. I don't know how long that's going to last now.
You could get done for wire fraud. What does that mean?
I don't know. Right. So what else were we going to... Hang on, there's a question.
Chris Martin said, clickbait worked and glad it was not a full ban. See, clickbait for me works the other way around. I just don't like watching stuff when I see
it's not clickbait. We have had a ban.
I know we have, but it wasn't quite as dramatic as you made it out to be.
Paul Calvert. Hi, Paul. Question, Nick, do you ever have issues getting through to Amazon seller support? I've got told you can now only message them via Seller Central. I haven't tried for a while. I haven't had an issue. I can't remember how you do it, but you get them to call you. And I generally get someone to call me within 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't know if they've changed it. If they have, I'll have to, try my luck. Yeah. Key War says, hi guys, long time viewer but have never commented, so welcome to the chat. 19 years old and I've been doing some reselling on the side for about 3 months. Watching your old videos is helpful. Okay, word of warning about watching old videos, not necessarily just mine, anybody's. Some reseller information is time sensitive, so if we're talking about products and maybe it's a video I talked about 5 years ago, do your research before you go out and invest your money in those products, because they may have come and gone. Things move on very quickly in reselling.
Yeah, they do. Trends change. I think there was somebody earlier that messaged for the first time, but it kind of
was there. I can scroll back. I saw Peter said about Peter bought a couple of games from me. Thank you very much, Pete. Yeah, they're on their way, and he said he'll leave positive feedback.
Well, you better. We know where you are, Pete.
Well, he hasn't received them yet.
I'm only joking.
Go on then. Can you see what?
I think her name was Ruth. Somebody was talking to her.
Ruth?
Saying, yeah.
I don't remember seeing it.
There was one that, let me just read that comment. Neutral observer. I once had a buyer try to scam a partial refund off me, claiming an item was fake that was actually authentic with the implicit threat of bad feedback. I contacted eBay and they investigated the guy.
Good. Okay. I'm glad you followed it up, and I hope you got a resolution from that. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I hope in a way that the guy with the £50 shower fitting thing is just trying to what I'm hoping is he wanted us to say, oh no, sorry about that, can we give you £10 off so you can buy an extra fitting or something. The fact that we've at the moment, have we agreed to that return yet? I think we have, haven't we?
Which one?
The plumbing fitting.
Oh yeah, pretty much had
because
to,
if he was just trying to get some money off, it's probably not worth his hassle to return the whole thing, because he actually clearly wants it. So I'm hoping he was fishing for some money off.
We'll just see what comes back.
We'll see what arrives. Yeah,
because he also made a very telling comment when he said, I think it must have happened before it was boxed, because the box was absolutely fine. Okay.
So I'm way back in the chat. We're just looking at a few questions and things. Piggy Wiggs, welcome, says, I was banned the other week for relisting the same item twice by mistake. They seem to be getting stricter with business sellers. Wow,
yeah, we've found that's happened accidentally for us. And
yeah. And also I was
even realizing we'd done it even.
Well, I was doing some relists, or I was doing them self-similar actually, but same thing. And accidentally I didn't delete some, and then I tried to relist them again, and it just flagged up, you can't list this because it already exists. So it's strange that it allowed you to relist it.
Yeah,
because you can get that warning.
I have seen that happen with recently actually. It's like a couple of items seem to have relisted themselves.
Yeah, that is harsh to get a ban for that clear, really obvious harsh mistake.
Richard Payne, I got a warning today for a duplicate listing. One is good till cancelled, which is out of stock, so not live. I listed an identical item at a higher price and a 30-day to try it. Oh. So only one was live at one time. Thought I was okay to list another like that, but no, they ended it. No ban, just a warning.
Wow.
Goodness, they're getting hot.
So the good till cancelled was out of stock, and it wouldn't let you list an identical listing, because the other one is technically still live but without any stock on it. That's good to know. Thanks for sharing that. But yeah, they do jump on you super fast.
Yeah, keep going back, because I'm sure
keep going back. Okay, we're trying to find
Mandy said, I had a return buyer discovered shoes weren't waterproof I saw that on Instagram, by running them under the tap.
What?
And she had to pay return. I saw her say that about that on Instagram.
That is
just absolutely disgusting.
You can't make some of this stuff
just,
up.
Thanks for ruining them.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
N Parker there's having a rough time. We had a couple of late deliveries, and eBay also sided with a scam buyer, and we got demoted to below average seller. It's frustrating. It is frustrating.
No, keep going back.
Yeah, I'll keep going backwards. Okay, so
because there were some comments that were quite interesting. Luke said, I got a negative based on a new smell of an item that they didn't like. No communication, just a single negative, taking me down to 95% when hundreds of others are happy with the item.
A negative feedback based on the new smell?
New smell. Didn't like the smell.
Oh my goodness.
I know, crazy.
That is ridiculous. Wow. Okay.
I can see it.
We're looking for a comment that Andrew's trying to find. Sorry, guys. We'll get back to the end of the chat soon. We're
if we can't find it,
almost back at the beginning.
No, there.
Yeah.
All right. So BCP said, "Hi Ruth. Yes, you can ask questions of Nick and Andrea if Nick and Andrea spot them in the chat." So I was looking to see if somebody called Ruth said, "Oh yeah, Ruth." Ruth can apparently. Hi Ruth. Said, "Hi, can you ask questions?" So
yes, you can ask questions.
To make sure, in case you're.
I bet Ruth asked loads of questions right down the end where we aren't now.
I know, but I didn't want to leave it hanging because.
Okay, right. I've just gone back to the end, and I went past something Ruth said.
Oh, there you go. It was me. I asked about a system for your stock. So now we don't know where the question is.
Right, I'm at the end of the chat. Stick it in again, Ruth.
Hugh Kelvin Morgan says, question, Nick, will you be making that video of Siri talking to that horrible talking doll?
Yeah, I do want to do that. It's just remembering and getting the time to do it. But yeah, I think that would be funny. I will try and get that done. Oh, Pommy Pickers is in. Hey, how you doing, mate? That was a great video. Go and watch the chat we had. That was a really fun chat.
The Junking Data Girl says, I think buyers need to know that they are rating the seller and not the product. Yeah, because I think they get a bit confused about that sometimes.
We've had that more so on Amazon, and hardly anyone leaves feedback on Amazon. But remember back in the day, we had somebody come on and say negative feedback. Track 3 was rubbish. Track 5 was a cover version. You know what I mean? They were reviewing the album. Do you remember this? So we got negative feedback for the quality of the music on the album, which was just a joke.
Yeah. Saney Sense says eBay is not as bad as you say. We're not really saying that eBay is bad. We're just saying that we've had a run of bad experiences, and it isn't eBay necessarily, apart from the ban, which is, they're trying to do good things by banning knives, but we've fallen foul of we've got caught in the net of something else, if you get what I mean. And and it's frustrating.
Yeah, this isn't a we think eBay are terrible. We've always been huge supporters of eBay, and
we've just come across 3 different sales, which are is mainly to do with the customer, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not eBay themselves, because they're usually very helpful when you call them.
Yeah. And it's interesting because we've had leveled at us through this channel that we only talk about how great it is and how wonderful the sales is and how much we love this lifestyle.
But we all have difficult days, and sometimes we have a difficult run of it, and we're just sharing that.
It's not always a bed of roses. Things go wrong, and you have to just deal with it and move on. And we've just had a weekend of that, really. But on the flip side, as I was saying before, I had a fantastic weekend of sales. Yeah. So it's not all terrible.
Yeah.
And for those who just popped in, I saw another couple of people like who got banned and what is it? We've had a listing ban on eBay, a 3-day one for a policy violation, which I don't think I've violated, but they do. So
difference of opinion.
Difference of opinion with eBay here.
Joe Leake, hi Joe, said, hi, I'm a first-time commentator. I messaged Andrew about a possible duplicate listing because, oh yeah, I remember that. I know that they're getting tight on these duplicate listings. Yes, and I appreciated that because I went straight in and had a look. It turned out it was a promoted listing. So sometimes when you get a promoted listing, it shows in one place and then it shows in another place. But we have had, like we just said, weirdly recently, a couple of things that just seem to have relisted themselves because we can't remember relisting them. And
yeah, we found a number of anomalies. As you know, last week we were going through our entire inventory, checking stock numbers and checking inventory against what's actually live. And there was a few weird anomalies.
We have a system where if we have listed an item ourselves, then we relist it. So I don't relist anything that Nick has listed. Just to keep it neat and tidy, really. And he might want to tweak some things, or I might want to tweak some things, so we don't want to mess with each other's listing. So yeah, it wouldn't have even been that like you'd relisted something of mine and
it happens.
Not deleted it, or
the system isn't perfect, and stuff drops off eBay, and somehow things get weird, listed twice.
I mean, it wasn't too bad this year. I did an inventory check, and there were about 5 things I think that had dropped off, which for a year isn't as bad as last year. So
yeah, it is worth doing an inventory check.
It's odd how that happens,
really especially as you're inventory grows, it's really hard to keep track of, and we're finding it helpful to go through everything once a year. So Ruth asks there, look, do you have a system with your stock?
Oh.
Of sorts. Now you have your own filing system for clothing, don't you, with numbers and drawers. I have all of my car parts, some of which you can see that are in here, which are up here. These all have these little white labels on the shelves. So that bay is all C. So we've got C1 through to C40, whatever. And then upstairs in the spare room, there's another 3 big bays full of car parts. They're all D numbers and E numbers. And then there's a load down here, which are A and B numbers on these shelves. But the rest of it is all just racked on shelves, and I know where it is. Although I think I'm going to implement I'm going to have all of these bays numbered.
It does seem to work okay, because when I was helping you at Christmas, when we were really busy and I had lots of orders, I was finding things okay. And
well, if you can find stuff in there, then it's
so it does seem to work okay.
Yeah,
having an area for listed stock and
But I would, even though not all of my stock is numbered and arranged with a SKU number in the listing, as my car parts are, and my trading cards are all done like that, otherwise that would be chaos. I would recommend implementing some sort of numerical SKU number system early on if you're going to do this, because it doesn't hurt and it's helpful when you go.
I think the SKU system for me is, I think it works brilliantly. I couldn't do without it, to be honest.
And when we say SKU system, they call it something else, don't they? It's something number.
Sometimes they call it SKU, and it depends what page you're in.
Yeah, what do they call it on eBay? Let me just product identifier.
No, I was going to say that.
It's not though, is it? Damn it! What do they call it?
Because that's the MPN.
I don't know.
No, I can't remember.
UPC? No, it's not UPC, is it? Can't think of what they call it. Anyway.
A couple of questions. Kay Horsley says, Nick and Andrea, I have missed your quiz. Oh, have I missed your quiz with Steve and Steph? Yeah, you did.
It was on their channel.
Well, they've got 2 channels, but it was on this Steve and Steph.
Yeah.
Resale Killers? No, I don't know. Actually.
It was on one of
their channels.
One of their 2 channels. If you just search Steve and Steph, both their channels will come up.
One of their channels.
It's on one of them.
Yeah. And Peter says, what title do you put for Nerf guns? Asking as putting gun may flag up. Yeah, and also Nerf, interestingly, are not calling them Nerf guns anymore, are they? They're called something else.
What?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Phil. I don't think I dreamt it.
I
might have done that.
Well, the first part of that question, Pete, if you list anything with gun or ammunition in the title, it will come up with a window that warns you you're not allowed to sell firearms. But as it's a plastic toy, you are allowed to sell that. So it gives you the option of carrying on listing it.
Yeah, we would take less as it flags.
Yeah, so it gives you the warning, do not sell a firearm on eBay. Yeah. There are restrictions and laws around it. But selling a plastic toy gun is okay, so you can go around that.
I'm going to go into Amazon and have a look. I'm pretty sure that they call them something different now.
E-numbers make me hyper, says Jackie B. Well, E-numbers in this house are mainly oil filters. Chris B, the reason I tried to get my listings to 0 at Christmas and then start afresh this year. Yeah, we quite enjoyed going through everything and removing a lot of our stock and trying to start almost afresh.
It wants me to log in. I won't look.
Oh, okay.
It's just going to be a pain.
Okay.
Yeah, Nerf foam blasters, somebody said.
Okay.
Could we put the heater on? Because I'm really cold.
Okay. Let's see what other... Pommy Pickers, Rod says, I had a 7-day ban over a year ago. Made the schoolboy mistake of agreeing to chat to a buyer over the phone regarding an item.
Oh, yeah.
Sold him the item, thankfully, and it was a $450 sale cash. I got in trouble over that as well, which I made a video out about. I think it's called I Made a Mistake. There's a picture of me going, yeah.
Does that go again?
Ah! Yeah, I did the same thing. Yeah, it's easily done. So be very careful giving out your details to buyers. Make sure they buy the item on eBay, otherwise you can get banned.
I'm always so careful now. So you have to buy this before we can, have to buy this on eBay before we can, because sometimes they say, can I have your address? And I'll come round and blah, blah, blah. I said, no, you have to buy it on eBay first and then you can have my address.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with a guy who wanted to buy, I've got a few car batteries from that Hyundai haul and they're collection only. And I had a guy wanting to come around and have a look at my stock and this, that, and the other. And it's like, do you want to buy the battery or not? You need to buy it first and then you can come around and you can look at whatever you like. And he didn't buy anything in the end. He just stopped talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raz says, do you find promoted listing still works? And then lots of emojis about being poorly. So I'm hoping you're not poorly. And if you are, I hope you feel better soon.
Yeah, we are getting sales through promoted listings.
Yeah, but it was working on clothing, I think, because it's such a saturated market. So for me, it's working with clothing.
It's a difficult one. I did a little video, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks back about our experiment we had with a month. We are still using promoted listings on very small percentages. It's a difficult one because you don't know whether you would have got that sale anyway and whether you're just paying an extra fee to get the sale you would have had. But we are using it and we're getting a lot of sales through it and paying that extra bit. I noticed somebody said in the chat that it's a scam and it's just a waste of money. People are going to have that opinion and we're still kind of on the fence, but it's working and it's supposedly bringing in sales. Whether we would have got them anyway is the big question, isn't it?
There's no way of telling, but
what's going on? Did we sell something?
Custom label. It's a custom label.
Custom label.
Yeah, so sometimes they call it SKU, depending on what area you're in of listing, and other times it's custom label. Yeah.
The Veranda file says, I use SKU numbers and categories, a little more work up front, but great for pulling items and checking inventory.
Yeah, really works.
Without SKU numbers, finding the car parts, which most of them look really similar, would be a nightmare. So it saves me a lot of legwork, and same with your clothes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that really works for me.
Yeah.
Vintage Vandal says Nerf blasters as well. So yeah, they're not Nerf guns anymore, they're Nerf blasters.
Oh, okay. Right. Kelly's in. Hey, Kelly. Remember those brass ornamental guns your gran had on her wall? I had a set of those removed and a warning.
Oh, wow.
What, for ornamental guns?
No. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Karen says she likes my jumper. Thank you. It was a charity shop find. Primark. You wouldn't believe it, would you? I thought it looked a bit Kath Kidston, so I really like it. Yeah.
Dean B 1709. Hi Nick and Andrea, great channel. Thank you. Appreciate that. Don't know if you know you're not allowed to sell fruit machines on eBay without a permit. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Not that we've got any to sell, but I didn't know.
I've never tried. I guess because they're gambling machines, you'd need a license to do that.
That would make sense.
Right, how are we doing for time? Right, what we normally do, if you're new to this Sunday night show, we normally chat about reselling for a while and then we do a bit of a quiz. We're going to show you a few. Just before we went live, I was picking some orders ready to do in the morning. I'm going to show you a couple of those. Picked out a few vaguely interesting bits. We'll do that quickly and then we usually finish off with a quiz and you guys can play along. The person who gets the right answer in the chat first gets the point. Person with the most points when we finish the stream wins a load of tap points. So we'll do that in a minute.
Just going back to promoted listings, Manuela says, what percentage do you use? Quite a low one, mostly 1%, but sometimes it depends. Sometimes I up it a little bit, but never pay more than 50p to do it.
Yeah, I've been doing that as well. I've been pushing it to 50p on a more expensive item. So that might be 2 or 3% on an item that's, I don't know, £20 or whatever it is. And we've been experimenting with that. I was looking at our numbers the other day and our sales through it have been going up because I'm putting it on everything as I list it now. And when I relist, I've been adjusting some. Yeah. So it's an interesting one. I remember when I did that video, there was a lot of comments on that. And people were saying, and I agree with this, if everybody who sells on eBay uses it, it's pointless. See what I mean? If everyone's paying to promote, what's the point in paying to promote? Because
totally,
you're all just paying to watch. It's daft. So I don't know. Jury's still out a bit, but I don't know.
We'll see how it goes. We'll just keep an eye on it and adjust accordingly, really.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm going to get
Jimmy
to the...
Crane has asked again, have we been banned? Only for 3 days.
Yes, we have a listing ban. We're going to speak to eBay about it. I infringed the selling knives policy, although I really don't think I did. We're going to speak to eBay.
Technically a knife.
No, it was a little handheld Moulinex like turkey carver thing with a little blade sticking out the front and goes.
Even your mum and dad are going, yes, a carving knife, Nick. It's a carving.
Yes, but it's not. Whatever.
Gary says you did not let me know the quiz book you were going to use, so I could buy one this week.
Shh. Don't tell them about our agreement, Gary. No, I haven't colluded with Gary on the quiz at all. In fact, we thought we would try. We were given this a couple of Christmases ago, weren't we?
I think I should. I might have bought it for you for your stocking.
Oh, okay. It might have been in my stocking. Back when I used to get a stocking from Andrea.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore.
So we might try a few from that. But let's share a few sales. This is interesting. Now, these were actually ours, weren't they?
Yes, I go out for the night.
You knew I was doing this.
I go out for the night and I come home to a £90 sale. I'm like, oh, that's nice. They sold my DVDs.
We discussed it beforehand. Okay, let me fill you in. Unless you've been in a cave, you may not know that there is a film out that we've watched, very good film, all about Freddie Mercury and Queen. And it kind of culminates in their Live Aid performance, and they recreate the whole Live Aid thing. And demand for the Live Aid video box set went through the roof. My sister sold one of these that she picked up for 50p for £100 just for that one. And the market is slowly coming down, and it will continue to come back right back down until these are only worth a tenner or 20 quid again. So if you have any of these, get them listed now. We got 8. I actually chucked in Live 8.
Yeah, that wasn't part of the agreement. I did know he was going to sell this one, but I did not know he was going to sell my Live 8 one as well.
It was just to get the sale while they're worth a lot of money. We took an offer of £90. But I guarantee if we particularly want to watch them again, in a year's time or so, they'll be right back down at, pick them up for a £5 or a tenner. So if you do have any of these knocking about, if you want to cash them in while they're worth silly money, now's the time. So
that was look at that Live 8 one.
That was £90.
I want to know if I need to watch it quick tonight.
Plus shipping to Germany. They're going to Germany.
Yeah, I want to have a look at the Velvet Revolver performance again before we send it off tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Something that I found in the big haul of stock I had. This is No Tubes tire sealant. Didn't think anything of it. Looked it up. Seemed to be worth a bit of money. I got $27.99 for that, and it sold within 24 hours. Bizarre. Another item from the van load of stock. Really nice Nikon lens that I think I shared recently that we found in a box. Didn't I share this?
Lisa says. Surprised you didn't sell the housework. It was at the pub.
Andrew goes out and I just sell stuff that's not nailed to the floor. I'm not that bad, Lisa. And we had discussed this.
I knew you said we'll sell it now while it's worth something. We'll pick up another one later. But I didn't know you were going to sell my Live 8 one as well. Okay. So anyway, you can buy me one for my birthday.
Okay. So I listed the lens that I shared the other week, and I got what was it, 70, 69.99, I think. Yeah. So that sold really quick as well. So that was cool. A couple of bits of vinyl.
Leanne, Death by Glamour says, Andrea, go and get your hair done with the 90 quid. Oh, does it look that bad?
Maybe I should get mine done. It's getting long. Look at the size of my quiff now.
LGG says, buy her some wicker to keep her happy. Shall I show you what I sold?
Yeah, go on.
Can I reach it?
You sold a few bits of wicker.
I've sold Andrea's this week. I've put them in the vlog.
Finally been selling her mountain of wicker.
Yeah. which I thought would only be seasonal.
Do you want to grab it? Because I will only bash you in the head with it.
Try not to bash you in the head with it. So yeah, I finally sold. I'm actually going to miss this because I've had it in my office for ages with a plant on it. It's a magazine rack with a side table, and sold it for £40.
£40 plus shipping.
Yeah.
What did you pay for this little beauty?
That was one we picked up in that charity shop, didn't we? We picked up 2 magazine racks and one had the table.
Oh yeah,
£5. Yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad then. It's going to be a bit of an effort to package it. I'm going to have to find a massive box and
sorry about that.
And pad that really well. But there you go. It sold. It was only on a day or two, wasn't it?
Yeah.
By the time it's sat in your office for the best part of 6 months, then your listing is gone in a day. That just shows, folks. Just get the stuff listed.
I've also sold a tray which needs to be packaged because they've now paid for it. And I sold the 2 small peacock chairs as well. So yeah, it's ticking along.
I
honestly didn't think that it would.
This heater is drying my throat out.
Okay, we'll turn it off.
I need to go and get a drink.
Okay, don't be long because
entertain these wonderful people.
I don't know what to say when you're gone.
Talk to them about me. Tell them how terrible I am.
I've already said that, but you were there. It's always so weird when he goes because we banter together. So I'll answer Steve's question. It says, "What else has Nick sold while you've been out?" I don't know. I expect I'll discover something. Steve says, "What else have you sold while I was out?"
It's a secret. That's for me to know. Right.
I know. I'm sure I'll discover it.
We had a family party today, and we bought some all sorts of drinks. This is what is this? Oh, ginger beer. Yeah,
I bought it for your mum actually because she likes ginger beer, but she only had 1 glass. Maybe it wasn't very nice.
Makes me think of Famous Five.
Ginger beer, yeah. Do you need me to move my chair?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Marcella says, Andrew, was that wicker sold via Buy It Now or auction? It was Buy It Now. Yeah.
Yeah, we tend.
Thailand Heron, which I think is James, isn't it? Says Andrea sell his yellow coat. I don't think I could. It's so
I need to get rid of that now. We can't. It's not that we don't wash this thing, but it.
I know, but it just.
The yellow just takes on this horrible. It's had it. It's really had it. So I'm in the market for a new coat.
Yeah, you've been looking for one, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm a bit fussy though.
Andrea, is Nick always messy? Yes.
Who's asking that?
That was Kay.
Lashings of ginger beer, says Ray, and somebody else was saying, yeah, I used to love the Enid Blyton books. When I was a kid, I used to read. I read all of the Secret Seven. I read a bunch of the Famous Five ones, and Magic Faraway Tree. Loved all of that.
Another question for me. Couple actually. JV65 says, "Hi Andrew, what lights do you use when taking pictures of your clothes?" Currently, just the sunlight, just natural light. But I'm struggling with these really dark days. So I don't know. We might need to invest in some more stand-up lights.
Maybe.
So or at least even just one, because I'm really struggling with it. And it's because the sun's low as well. So if the sun comes out, I get too glaring light. So that's just as bad as having really dark days. And
it's tricky. I mean,
you'd need the almost perfect light at this time of the year, and it doesn't exist really.
Yeah, natural sunlight is really the best, but it can be really finicky because it's not always there, and
no,
tricky.
For the most part of the year, it's fine, but at this time of the year when the sun's low, it's not. And then there was a question from Mary Deathy Deals, said, "Do you box your clothes right after you photograph them and store them away?" Yes, I put them in a clear polythene bag, and like I said in my vlog last week, I'm looking into sort of biodegradable ones of those, because I like the fact that it keeps it dust free, keeps it clean, and I think that it really helps. I think it helps with feedback. Actually, I've had some really good feedback from double bagging stuff. I think people appreciate the fact that you've taken that time and care packing your item and haven't just stuffed an item in a mailing bag. So I like that. And also it's really nice because how you store it in the boxes, you can just flick through it and find the number and you're away. So
Gary's asking, not Mallory Towers, Nick. My sister, I have 3 sisters. My eldest sister was into those Mallory Towers. There was another one as well. It was like St. Clair's or something, wasn't it? It was 2 series of like girls' school books. She read all of those. I never got into those. Secret
really
7 was my bag.
I loved the Famous 5. Still got all my books.
Yeah, we have. One goes mad with an electric carving knife. What? I never read that one.
Yeah. There was a question for you from James. Nick, are you liking the new eBay description when they put in the postage service you will use in description?
I haven't listed for a few days and I haven't seen it. I've seen people talking.
It's weird. It's only happened to me like 2 or 3 times. But yeah, it's really strange. I'm glad you said that because I thought I was going mad.
So someone said to me that they're like copying in your title and
it's like they pre-fill the description for you. It's really strange.
They're doing weird things. What are you doing, eBay?
Because I just delete it and then put my own description in.
Yeah. Okay. So what else? Oh yeah, I was going to share these.
Another question from Adrian says, Andrea, do you know much or anything about men's jackets? I picked up a Turbulence jacket. I've not heard of the brand at all, so no, sorry, can't help you on that one.
This is really cool. This is off to America. I've had this listed for a while, so in our effort to clear down stock and have a sale, I let this go for $5, I think, maybe a bit more. But it's going to America, so they've paid the international shipping on it as well. That's 7-inch Iron Maiden single from, I think it's around 1990. Yeah. And I put this down in the sale as well because I couldn't get it shifted. It's quite a common thing, despite it being an LP 12-inch size picture disc of the Pet Shop Boys, obviously. Look at their lovely little faces. So young there. Look at them. I think I let that go for $5 in the sale plus shipping. Really nice item, but unfortunately just very common. But it would make a really nice piece to go on the wall. We have a Jackson's one in our living room, don't we?
Yeah.
Picture disc that's all framed up. For the fact that I only got a $5 for it, that wouldn't. Perhaps I should have kept it and framed that up. Not sure it's the best picture of them either of those.
To be honest.
But yeah, I'm a huge Pet Shop Boys fan.
Stephen Dixon says, a bit late to the live chat. Are you banned? Only for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a slap on the wrist for getting it wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not banned completely, just a suspension from listing.
And Ray Deacon said it's a glitch because they don't know what post you're going to use. I did think it might have been a glitch because I've had it 2 or 3 times now, but not consistently all the time. It just suddenly appears. And I thought I was going mad the first time. Sold something.
Rizzy Vlogs. We have had a listing ban from eBay for 3 days because I listed an electric meat slicer and it apparently contravenes their you cannot sell knives on eBay.
Yeah, why 3 days? I think that's like the entry level naughty step.
That's the size of the slap on the wrist they wanted to give me. I don't know. We're going to speak to them.
We've been put on the naughty step and we must think about what we have done.
Yes, we will talk to Big Brother eBay tomorrow and find out if we can dispute it at all.
I've sold some Zara trousers.
The Liverpool Delta makes a good point. There's other electric carving knives available on eBay now. There was when I listed mine. I sold similar from a sold listing of almost the identical item. There were, when I was researching the price, there were loads of completed ones, all different makes and models, but basically the same, you know, the sort of deal, little sort of thing this side with a handle on top and a little blade out the front.
Marcel is asking, is the ban for you only or do we share the account? We share the account. We've always had one account. Yeah, we did split the accounts for a while and had another one, but that was when we had the shop. I had one for the shop, but when we went back to working from home, we went back to one account. Oh, Rizzy Vlog says, I've been closed down. eBay are getting strict day by day. I've opened up another account on a different name and address.
Well, glad you could get round it. Yeah, I hope,
because that is tricky actually, because they're quite hot on that. I know other people have struggled with that. They know what the IP addresses are and all kinds of stuff.
But we'll have a quick quiz in a minute. But to wrap things up, it's not the end of the world. It's only a 3-day listing ban. We are still selling, and we had scheduled in Monday and Tuesday to get our tax return finished off. Anyway, so it will be finished by Wednesday, and we may get it disputed and lifted tomorrow, depending on what they say on the phone. So now, if you're new to these Sunday hangouts,
Kelly says, quiz question number 1: are Nick and Andrea banned from eBay?
Yes, but not for long. Yeah, we I don't know how this has evolved, but the Sunday show has evolved into quiz at the end. So what we do is we will ask a question.
Oh, Gary says only 4 electric carving knives live for sale.
Only 4 live. Oh, okay. Depends how you word the search, though. Because I'm pretty sure it's carving knife that was the issue that got me flagged up. Anyway, right. I don't know why I'm shuffling them. It's force of habit. I play poker a lot. So I'm going to ask a question. We have got a new pack to the quiz today.
Oh, Adrian said he thinks that jacket that he mentioned earlier has something to do with Jack Wolfskin. Yeah, I've heard of Jack Wolfskin. It's quite a good brand, but not heard of the one that you mentioned. So
80s trivia. So if you're sort of our age, like 21,
yeah, or if you're just into the 80s.
So I'm going to ask a question. Put your answer in the chat. The first answer we see, and I know sometimes it appears differently on your screen, the first answer we see gets a tap point. Now you can play along.
Okay. Well, should we take it in turns to ask or not?
Yeah, if you like.
Mr. Blobby was the 90s, Peter. Sorry to break that to you.
Somebody was putting answers in to the questions at the beginning of the chat. So I might have been, I don't know who it was actually.
It says to pal. It'd be funny if it wasn't.
To pal. You're kidding. No, it's not. Okay, it's quite an easy one. So fastest finger work. First, get your fingers ready. Work began on what European transport link in 1986?
Yeah, I know the answer to that.
We'll give you guys a chance to put your answers in before I get Andrew's answer, see if she knows it. Rubik's Cube, no, Adrian. Oh, now, do I give it to Julian for Eurostar? I guess so. I guess so.
Think so,
we know what you mean.
Same thing, isn't it?
It was the Channel Tunnel is the answer I have on the card. But Eurostar, we know you're in. Yeah. Okay. So Julian. Oh, I've got a mark down point. What was your answer? I forgot.
It was the same.
Okay.
The Channel Tunnel.
Well, you would say that now. Right. I will keep track of points. Who was it last week? Last week, Big Smile D and 50, what's that?
Trooper?
50 Trooper, it was, yeah. Won it last week.
Yeah.
Right, so we were giving that to Julian.
It's cold in here.
I'll turn the heat on again.
I know, but you'll end up boiling again. You're going to like this question.
Julian Linsell. 1 point. Okay, cool. Well done if you got Channel Tunnel or Euro Tunnel for that.
Okay. Blinky, Pinky, Inky and Clyde, you already know if you know, were characters in which popular 80s arcade game. You don't even have to be into the 80s to know this.
I have a t-shirt with this on that's appeared in many videos.
I think it was Kelly earlier mentioned that she thought something was different about you. And she realised it was because you weren't wearing a fun t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, no fun things. No.
You've been all smart today because of our family gathering.
Right, the answer was Pac-Man.
Yes.
And, wow, everyone's getting this. A couple of other answers in there. We've got Asteroids and Mario in there. It's Pac-Man. It's the name of the ghosts. So Inky is the blue one. Inky, what's it?
Inky, Pinky.
Clyde is the orange one.
Blinky, Pinky, Inky and Clyde.
There you go. And I've got a t-shirt with Clyde on it, I think it is. Anyway, well done if you knew Pac-Man. Oh, is that Julian again?
I think it might have been.
It is on our screen. Wow. Flying star. Julian Linsell. 2. Everybody else Nothing.
No, that was the one I just gave you. I haven't looked at
Oh, okay. Oh, now this is interesting. I don't know how we're going to get. Anyway, okay. I'm not going to go multiple choice because that makes it too easy.
Okay.
How many Rubik's Cubes were estimated to have been sold in the 80s? I'll go for we'll give you a minute or so. Get all your answers in. I'll take the nearest one. How many Rubik's Cubes were estimated to be sold? I'll give you a clue. It's in the millions. Right? How many millions of... Okay. Whoa. Here they come. Here come the answers.
Wow.
Here come the answers. Oh my goodness. What, Thomas, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 20 million from Thomas Kennedy. 10 million. 1 million. 7,000. James is going low. Moulinex electric carving knife. Oh, we needn't go any further. Pocket money. 100 million.
Wow.
Well done. Great answer. They estimate that 100 million were sold.
Yeah, but I know. Yeah.
Well, he's got it bang on and he was first, so we're done. Pocket money. Great answer. 80 billion. Over exaggerating a little bit. Who was that? Aid. Who did I say that was? Pocket money. So pocket money, 1 tap point. Julian on 2. Right, go on then.
Right. Can you name 2 of the 3 artists who released a song called "The Power of Love" in the 80s?
Yes.
There is a multiple choice, but I'm thinking we don't need that.
I'll scroll back up the chat and then I'll have my guess, right?
And remember, in the 80s.
Right,
so 2 of the 3 artists who released "The Power of Love," all different songs, in the 80s.
Right, I won't look at the chat. When the answers are coming in, can I have my guess before?
Yeah. Oh, they're zooming in.
Right, well, my guess would be Jennifer Rush and Huey Lewis and the News.
Yeah. Do you know what the third one was?
Yeah, but I can't think of... It's a her, isn't it?
No.
Oh, no, and it's Frankie Goes Hollywood.
Yeah.
Ka-ching!
So bonus tap points if you've got all 3.
Oh, you didn't tell him that.
No.
Right. Wow, that's a lot of answers. I'm 23, so no idea. Oh, fair enough, Julian. How did you get the other answers? Frankie and Jennifer Rush. Well, do we give that to Abe? We know who he means.
Yeah.
Huey Lewis and Jennifer Rush, says John.
Yeah, go on then.
Abe, because you're a nice chap, we'll let you have that. Frankie Goes to Hollywood and Jennifer Rush. So Aid is off. I know it's controversial. It'll be kicking off in the chat now. So we've got Aid and Pocket Money on 1. Julian still on 2 in the lead. So well done if you got those. Barbara Dixon was in there. Phil Collins? No. Frankie Goes to Hollywood, yes. Jennifer Rush, Huey Lewis.
Yeah, some people have put Celine Dion. She did, but that was in the 90s.
Ah, wrong decade. Oh, yeah, Thomas isn't happy there. No. Oh, this is a great question. Okay. Red Butler, Lala Orange, and Shy Violet were characters in which cartoon series in the 80s?
Oh. Is that again?
This is a good question. Red Butler, Lala Orange, and Shy Violet were characters in which cartoon series in the 80s?
Oh, goodness.
We've got Teletubbies. Now, the Lala bit is giving you that, but it's not. And I think that was 90s anyway. The correct answer is in... Can I get a guess from Andrea before we take the correct answer? It was also a range of dolls.
Oh, was it?
Toys.
Dolls, or were they soft things?
Soft toys and hard toys.
Oh. Because I was thinking maybe Munch Bunch or something.
No, shall I tell you?
Yeah.
Well, Erica has got it right. Rainbow Bright.
Oh, of course it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember Rainbow Bright? Yeah. Is it coming back to you? There was a... Yeah, we've had a few of those toys. Yeah, I wouldn't have known from those names, to be fair. Great question. Well done, Erica. Erica 81. So well done if you got that. I don't know who else got it. There was loads of answers coming in. Looney Tunes, Wacky Racers. Oh, that was a great show, wasn't it? Top Cat, Care Bears, My Little Pony from Karin. Smelly Chubbies. What? What's that? Rainbow Bright. Hurricane got it down there.
Dot Bob got that.
Dot Bob, well done.
Lisa got it.
Claire Thompson was right as well. Lisa Fent, yeah. So well done if you knew that.
Somebody else said the Munch Bunch.
That was a difficult question.
Okay.
Yep.
What German phrase did Aldi introduce in 1984?
Can I guess before it comes in the chat?
Yeah.
Or let me know when the correct answer's in, and I'll have a guess.
So the German phrase that Aldi introduced in 1984. It was part of their advert. Yes, Erica.
Vorsprung durch Technik.
Well, I'm going to give it to Erica because she kind of knew it, although it was slightly wrong.
Oh, Vorsprung für Technik.
But yeah,
that's good. We know what you're saying. Right. So, that's good. Erica's caught up with Julian. If you are watching live, refresh so you're up to date. Some people are watching a little bit behind. I think I'm sure there's some answers for the old questions coming in. Then you can play along live. So currently we have Julian still on 2, Erica 81 is now on 2, and then Aidan Pocket Money on 1. Oh, great question. These are good. In 1981, what was the first music video to be played on MTV? The very first video. You think you know it? Oh, okay. What was the very first video to be played on MTV back in 1981? We've got Thriller. That's not right. No. Or Controversy. No. Michael Jackson Thriller. No.
Oh, yes. I would say
Sledgehammer. No. What was your guess going to be?
Mandinga said.
So what was your guess going to be?
Video Killed the Radio Star.
It's Buggles. Video Killed the Radio Star by Buggles. Yeah. Which was Trevor Horn, the amazing record producer. That's him in that video. So who was that? Mandinga. Great answer. Dot Bob got it as well. Michelle Latham, welcome Michelle, got it right as well with Video Killed the Radio Star. Good old Buggles. So what did I call it? Mandinka. Is that right?
Mandinga.
And Mandinga. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Well done if you got that right.
So, for all you Nintendo fans out there, in what computer game did the Nintendo character Mario first appear in 1981?
I think I know. I'll guess. Let me know when the right answer's in, then I'll have a guess.
Oh, the right answer's in.
Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Wee-hee.
So that was Claire Cairns.
Well done, Claire. It was Donkey Kong. And I don't know if it's an urban myth, but I remember reading somewhere that it was called Donkey Kong because the translation from America to Japan or wherever they were making them, it's meant to be called Monkey Kong. Think about it. Big monkey at the top of the screen. Makes sense. And it was translated or read wrong as Donkey Kong. There's no donkeys in the game, but there is a big monkey.
Yeah, I think that.
Is that urban myth?
I'm sure that's what it was. I'm sure I've seen a documentary on it.
Anyway, well done, Claire Cairns. Claire Cairns is off the mark on 1. Still got Erica and Julian ahead.
Okay, well, it's nearly 9:15, so if Erica or Julian edge ahead, we'll stop there.
Okay. I think this is an easy question. You've got to be quick on your answer, because if you're from our generation, you'll probably remember this. In 1980, John Lennon was shot dead in which city? Oh, do you know?
I do know.
Okay. Fastest finger first on our screen. I can screen share the chat if you want. Straight in, Stu. New York.
Indeed.
Yeah, he was living in an apartment in New York at the time. And, what's his name? I just had the guy's name that shot in my head and I lost it.
Wasn't it on your birthday?
Yeah, 8th of December, which is my birthday, he was shot, which is, that's why I tend to remember it. Who was that? Stu Mandry. Who was the assassinator's name? I had it in my head. I went to say it and then forgot. It's got a C in it. Chapman. There you go.
Oh.
Mark Chapman. Yes. I watched a really odd interview with him, all about how it went down, why it happened, and
yeah, I think we watched that together, didn't we?
Very strange character.
Awful. Absolutely awful.
Okay, well done, Stu, and well done everyone who got that one correct. It was New York.
Okay, so lightening it up a bit. Maverick, Goose, and Iceman are characters in which iconic 80s movie?
This is going to come in quick. You only need the word Maverick, really, to get that. There you go, Julian.
Julian, yay.
Yes, everyone's getting this now. Look. Okay. Top Gun, Top Gun, Top Gun. Oh my, I've never seen the chat go so fast.
Someone said, James said cocktail. I assume you're being ironic.
Wow, that was a lot of correct answers. So Julian,
you have edged ahead and won today's
We're going to call it there, and we're going to call that a victory for Julian.
Indeed.
So if you got any of those, if you won any of those tap points, you keep those, and then Julian gets a bonus 5. You can have 5 this week.
Okay.
Yeah, 5. Feeling generous. So Julian gets 8 total. Spend them wisely, folks.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was good. We might dip into that one again, or we could go back to some more pop next week as well. Yeah. That Karen sent us. And I've also got the quiz book somewhere.
Yeah, we found a few in the cupboard that we've been hoarding away as well, so we might bring them out.
We love a quiz.
Well, it's we've lost about 200 viewers because they now know that it's not as dramatic as we were saying.
The hardcore quizzes are still with us. That's fine.
But no.
These are the bunch that make it right to the bitter end.
Exactly. You guys are the ones that matter.
The true channel supporters are still here, an hour and 20 minutes in.
Indeed.
So thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, we've had an interesting weekend on eBay. We'll let you know next week how we get on when I think you're going to call eBay, aren't you? And I'm going to call Amazon about that debacle.
That'll be fun, won't it? Rizzy Vlogs said, just before you end your live, has your eBay in January been quiet?
It's been pretty good actually, because I've been ploughing through all of that haul.
And we've marked a load of stuff down to clear it, so that's been going. And
so numbers have picked up. It's
up and down. We've had a few really good days, and then some that are low, and it's just
it's really picked up a lot now, because as I say, we both went through our entire inventory and marked a lot of stuff down. This vinyl, for example, at a £5 each, it's not really worth the time, but it's old stock that we want to move. So a lot of sales aren't great, but it's just kind of money for old stock, really. And then because I'm going through my new haul, that's really bringing in the money now.
Thank you, Nevermore Antiques, for the $2 super chat. It says, thanks for the entertainment. I appreciate you. Thank you. And we appreciate you too.
Thank you so much to Nevermore Antiques. It's a wonderful gesture. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Really appreciate that.
We will leave on that happy note.
I just want to answer Peter's question. He says, what time's the vlog out tomorrow? Well, as long as I can get it edited and up in time, hopefully about 5 or 6. I think.
We were wrestling with technology yesterday.
I wanted to get it all done on Saturday, and then we filmed stuff on the GoPro, trying to get the footage off that and onto the computer was a trial, and then it decided not to recognize my phone, so I'm having to manually put all the stuff on the computer from my phone and then put it into iMovie, because iMovie won't recognize my phone. So I've had so much fun. But anyway.
Andrea threatened to throw the Mac, like the one we use now. Great big thing. She says, I'm going to throw this out the window. Anyway, sorry, guys, to keep you too long. We'll leave you there. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Indeed. Have a good week.
Take care, guys. Bye. Where's the button?